Yo, what is poppin'? What's going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice because that's my nickname, but y'all should already know that. Alright, appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos guys to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, now also every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It's only right, you guys. Alright, let's talk about these Carolina Panthers and Chicago Bears. Now, obviously, if you've been hiding underneath a rock, Cam Newton is probably most likely in the offseason not going to be the Carolina Panthers starting quarterback heading into next year. They'll probably roll with Kyle Allen. They might release Cam Newton. They might trade him. But all reports show and point to the fact that Cam Newton is on IR right now, so he's not going to probably play for most of the season. Even if the Panthers make the playoffs, he's on IR right now. He's not coming back this year, and he's most likely playing his last game as a Carolina Panther. And to me, this signals that the Chicago Bears need to get right on the phone with the Panthers as soon as the offseason starts and make a move. Now again, there's obviously some other teams beside the Chicago Bears that could use Cam Newton. I do believe the Tennessee Titans are going to be in play for Cam Newton. I do believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be in play for him. Potentially the Dolphins. I don't know what they're going to do. But again, there's about 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. Hey, if Tom Brady leaves the Patriots, Bill Belichick is going to be on the phone trying to get Cam Newton. I will guarantee you that, okay? But either way, the team that most needs Cam Newton is the Chicago Bears. I'll probably talk about the other teams in a separate video, but again, this is the Bears and Panthers we're talking about. But before I get into why the Bears need to trade for or sign Cam Newton, either way, they need to get another quarterback beside Mitch Trubisky, who's absolutely terrible. I want to say this. The Carolina Panthers are going to regret this. They're going to regret moving on from Cam Newton. They chose Kyle Allen over Cam Newton, and to me, that's a mistake. It's a mistake. I get Kyle Allen has come in, he's won some games, but this Panthers team is not going to be a Super Bowl contender with Kyle Allen. The Carolina Panthers will never win a Super Bowl with Kyle Allen. There's nothing special about Kyle Allen. Now again, do I hate Kyle Allen as a quarterback? No, I think Kyle Allen has some very underrated arm strength. He's done some good things, and he's won games for the Panthers. He really has. He's come in there. He's won some games for them, okay? So he's been a serviceable quarterback for the Panthers, but he is not a healthy Cam Newton. If I'm the Panthers, what I would do is I would keep Cam Newton on the team, and I would ride him for one more year. I would say, hey, Cam Newton, come back healthy the next year. Play out for your contract if you're healthy, and we'll go from there. Because the Carolina Panthers, with a healthy Cam Newton, they can win a Super Bowl. With Kyle Allen, their ceiling is playoffs, and that's it. They're not going to do anything once they get to the playoffs, and they will not win a Super Bowl, okay? There's nothing special about Kyle Allen. Nothing. Let's just dive into what he's done, okay? He's obviously won a couple games. I get that. We'll get to the winning side in a little bit, but again, let's look at the actual numbers. Kyle Allen this year has a QBR on a scale of 0 to 100 of 44. Okay? 50 is an average quarterback. So Kyle Allen, based on the analytics, has been a below average quarterback despite winning these games, okay? And he in 6 games, Kyle Allen has 9 touchdown passes to 4 interceptions, okay? And he's barely completing 60% of his passes, okay? 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in 6 games and barely completing 60% of your passes is not going to win Super Bowls. It's not going to win playoff games. It's not, okay? And 4 of his passing touchdowns came in 1 game, and that was versus the Cardinals, okay? So his stats are inflated. And I think what the Panthers are looking at is they feel like that Cam Newton may never be healthy again. That's what they have to be thinking. At least that's why I hope they're thinking. Because if they feel that Cam Newton can be healthy next year and they're moving on from a healthy Cam Newton, I honestly think that they are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I really do. The only way that you can move on from Cam Newton is if you know for a 100% fact he will never be healthy again. Because if he can be healthy next year, if he can come back next year and be somewhat healthy, I'm taking that risk. I'm playing it out. Because Kyle Allen, he's not that guy. He just is not. The numbers prove it. The eye test proves it. Cam Newton's track record, being a former MVP, going to a Super Bowl once with Jericho Country and Philly Brown and Ted Ginn Jr. as his best weapons, along with the corpse of Greg Olsen. That's what Cam Newton dragged to a Super Bowl and went 15-1 with. Cam Newton, the last time he was healthy, was 6-2 as a starter before the Pittsburgh Steelers injured him in a game. Cam Newton is a top 10 quarterback when healthy. Kyle Allen will never be a top 10 quarterback. I just can't see it. And did you guys watch that 49ers versus Panthers game? I know that Kyle Allen was not the only guy that played bad, but he was one of the guys that played bad. He was one of them. He was. Kyle Allen looked overwhelmed versus the 49ers defense. He looked overwhelmed. And I'm going to read off some teams that you're going to have to beat in the NFC just to get to a Super Bowl, okay? Can you beat the Rams if you have Kyle Allen as your quarterback? I'm not so sure. Can you beat the Green Bay Packers? Can Kyle Allen go toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs? I don't see it. Can he beat Carson Wentz? Well, Carson Wentz has been inconsistent, but again, I'll take Carson Wentz over Kyle Allen. Yeah. Dak Prescott over Kyle Allen? Yeah. I'll take Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys. I don't think Kyle Allen can beat the Eagles and Cowboys defense in the playoffs. I don't trust him. Can Kyle Allen beat the San Francisco 49ers with that loaded defense with Jimmy G and Kyle Shanahan? You already saw that this year. No. Seattle Seahawks. Can he go toe-to-toe with Russell Wilson and beat Russell Wilson in a playoff game? I don't see it at all. Can he beat Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints? I don't see it at all. So again, with a healthy Cam Newton, if you put a healthy Cam Newton on the team, and by the way, before you start saying, oh, Cam Newton was not that great this year, he wasn't healthy. He was not healthy this year. The last time we saw a healthy Cam Newton, what were the Panthers? They were 6-2, and what was Cam Newton doing? In the first 8 games played, when he was healthy, he threw 15 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, okay? Cam Newton was really, really good. And do not give me this bogus argument that says, oh, that was against inferior teams, because I had a comment the other day that said, when I made a Kyle Allen is not the answer video, when I made that video, someone commented that in that stretch of games, Cam Newton beat a bunch of mediocre teams. Baloney. I don't care. I've seen a full track record of Cam Newton's career. He's by far the best option when healthy. Not only his ability to run the football, but his ability to throw the football and stretch the ball down the field, and just overall as a passer. He's better than Kyle Allen. A healthy Cam Newton with a healthy McCaffrey and these weapons on offense with this defense, that's a Super Bowl contender. They're up there with the Packers. They're up there with the Saints. They're up there with the 49ers. They're up there with Seattle. If they have a healthy Cam Newton who's a top 10 quarterback when healthy. Kyle Allen is one of the 20 best quarterbacks in football. One of the 20 or 25 best quarterbacks in football right now at best. He's not that guy. And I'm not trying to bash Kyle Allen because he's done some really, really good things, but it's not sustainable. He's not going to do this for a full season. He's not going to do this in the playoffs. I just don't see it. So the Panthers, they will be fools to move on from Cam Newton. I know I ranted about that way too long. We're talking about if the Bears can potentially get Cam Newton. That's what we're talking about. But again, the Panthers are going to regret this decision if they move on from Cam Newton, okay? Keep Cam Newton if he's healthy. So, up next, the verdict is the Chicago Bears. Listen, make this happen. Make this happen. Because, listen, Mr. Trubisky's not the guy. Mr. Trubisky's in his 3rd season starting. Now, granted, maybe he turns the corner next year, but again, you cannot bet on it. You have a Super Bowl caliber defense right now. Defenses do not last forever as far as windows go for a Super Bowl. How many Super Bowls did the Legion of Boom win? They only won 1. How many Super Bowls did the San Francisco 49ers, led by Colin Kaepernick and Patrick Willis and all those great teams win? They didn't win any. How many Super Bowls did Jalen Ramsey, Calais Campbell, AJ Boye, and the Jacksonville Jaguars win when they had their opportunity? They didn't win any. So, defenses vary year to year. There's always some injuries. They might get inflated with stats. It's just the defenses are not sustainable as far as dynasties go. Offense is the way to go as far as if you're building a dynasty, okay? And my thing is, how long is this Bears defense going to last? It's not going to be there forever, okay? And if the Bears continue to have Mr. Trubisky as their quarterback, they're going to quit on the team. You've seen it this year. The Bears defense all of a sudden is not as scary. You want to know why? Because they're sick and tired of dragging this team. A defense will put up with bad offense and quarterback play for about a year. But after that 2nd year, that 3rd year, they'll say, man, I get tired of us having to hold Aaron Rodgers to 10 points and we lose. I get tired of us holding Tom Brady and these teams to under 20 points, and we're going to lose because our quarterback, Mr. Trubisky, can't put up over 17 points, can't put up 30 points, can't put up 20 points, can't beat the Eagles defense. That's one thing about Mr. Trubisky. If you didn't think Mr. Trubisky was terrible, then this past week versus the Philadelphia Eagles should have been every indication. The Philadelphia Eagles secondary is god-awful. It's terrible. It's one of the worst secondaries in football. And don't give me the statistics, okay? Watch the actual games. They cannot cover people. When they face good competition, they can't cover people. What did Mr. Trubisky this past week do versus the Philadelphia Eagles' vaunted secondary and defense? I mean, this is laughable. Versus one of the worst secondaries in football this past week, Mr. Trubisky completes 47% of his passes. 47% of his passes, a 66 passer rating, and 125 yards. That's pathetic. Mr. Trubisky can barely put up 100 yards versus a vaunted Eagles secondary. He's been stinging up the joint this last year and a half. Mr. Trubisky is not the guy. And I see too many rookie mistakes from a guy that's in his third season starting. Mr. Trubisky is very, very limited as a quarterback. There's certain throws he just cannot make. He misses wide open throws. He doesn't read defenses that well. He will turn the football over. Mr. Trubisky is just not a great quarterback. Someone name me a quarterback what quarterback is Mr. Trubisky better than right now? Really, let's be real. Maybe Jameis Winston, maybe Marcus Mariota, maybe Ryan Tannehill, Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'll give you. But again, the bottom line is Mr. Trubisky is a bottom tier quarterback. And he's not shown that progression in year number 3. He was on track to progress based off last year, but he's taking a major step back this year. And I see Matt Nagy drawing up some really creative plays on film. But it doesn't matter. You want to know why? Because Mr. Trubisky can't complete the throws. Mr. Trubisky cannot keep the playbook open. Mr. Trubisky screws up the whole thing. A coach can draw up all the great plays in the world. If his quarterback cannot deliver, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. And I really do firmly believe that if Matt Nagy had a better quarterback, he would be looked at much higher in the league. And let's not forget, guys, this team won 12 games last year with Mr. Trubisky and Chase Daniels at quarterback. Imagine if they have a quarterback like Cam Newton, who's won an MVP, who's been to a Super Bowl, who has a cannon for an arm. I guarantee you that all of a sudden, Allen Robinson is going to look really good next year if Cam Newton is the quarterback. I guarantee you Taylor Gabriel will be used the proper way. Anthony Miller will break out. Trey Burton will start catching mad balls, okay? Cam Newton elevates the players around him. People have this notion that Cam Newton can't elevate players around him, okay? He went to a Super Bowl with Ted Ginn Jr., Philly Brown, and Jericho Contry as his best wide receivers, okay? And the corpse of Greg Olsen, who's always hurt, okay? With a bad offensive line. With Jonathan Stewart and Mike Tolbert at running back, okay? That's what Cam Newton dragged to a Super Bowl and almost won a Super Bowl with, okay? Cam Newton, this team as constructed might be better than that Panthers team that Cam Newton had when he went to a Super Bowl, because that Panthers defense was nasty. Now, I don't know if this Bears defense is quite that Panthers defense, but again, were the Panthers world beaters on offense the year that Cam Newton went to a Super Bowl? No, they weren't. They were led by their defense and running game. Now, all of a sudden, you put in Cam Newton, who's a threat to run the ball out the backfield. You pair him with Tariq Cohen and now David Montgomery. All of a sudden, this offense can take off. This will be one of the best offensive lines Cam Newton has ever had, one of the better wide receivers he's ever had in Allen Robinson and Taylor Gabriel and Anthony Miller, and Matt Nagy, a creative head coach, to draw up some schemes and plays. The one thing Dave Gettleman did for Cam Newton was he failed to put weapons around him in Carolina. He always put running backs and great defenses in there for Cam Newton. Never great weapons. The Chicago Bears have decent weapons, okay? And again, Chicago, any upgraded quarterback up to this point is better than Mr. Trubisky. I'm sorry, you messed up with Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. You messed up not drafting them. Go out and get Cam Newton. Your window's going to close sooner than later with this defense, okay? Prolong it with the good quarterback in Cam Newton. Because Aaron Rodgers is in your division, okay? Matthew Stafford's in your division. Kirk Cousins, who's actually putting up MVP level type numbers this year, he's in your division. You have no quarterback to match up with. You have no hope of winning big games with Mitch Trubisky, your quarterback, okay? With Cam Newton, the Chicago Bears will be instant Super Bowl contenders. I guarantee you, a healthy Cam Newton on the Chicago Bears, I hate to say it because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, but that's a threat to come out that division and win the division. Not only win the division, win a Super Bowl. So that's my biggest takeaway and what I feel about as far as Cam Newton goes. Obviously, Tampa Bay could use him. Obviously, Tennessee could use him. Obviously, some other teams could use a Cam Newton, potentially the Patriots if Tom Brady's not there next year. But again, the biggest front runner for Cam Newton should be the Chicago Bears. And the Carolina Panthers, I'm sorry. You know, if Cam Newton is never going to be healthy again, I understand this. But again, if you know for a fact that Cam Newton could be healthy this year and you're going to move on from him and use Kyle Allen, you will forever regret it. Do not be stupid, Carolina Panthers organization. Do not be stupid. Stay woke. Cam Newton is great. And Chicago Bears, you need to make this happen if you're really serious about winning a Super Bowl. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.